All right, so in this part of the course, I'm going to tell you all about the gibberish and let go technique, which is a prerequisite before we get into the real meditation technique. So the gibberish and let go technique is something you can do maybe 2 or 3 times before you start practicing deeper meditation, but it's very necessary to do this because if you go into deep meditation, like I said, without doing this, you might get some anxiety, your thoughts are going to run rampant, and like your emotions going to come up. So I mean, a lot of things will happen that will hinder your process of meditation if you don't do this. And I promise you, I found this technique 5 years after I started practicing meditation. And so when I started practicing meditation when I was 17 years old, like I had lots of, you go into meditation and then like all of a sudden you have 1,000 thoughts, and then you have memories, and then you have emotions come up, and like all this stuff comes up that keeps you from actual meditation. So the gibberish and let go technique is actually very simple to do. I have a full course on it. I keep saying it. Sorry if you're get annoyed by me repeating, but sometimes people don't hear me the first time. So the gibberish and let go technique is basically this. There are 4 steps to it, and it's very easy to do. And I'll go ahead and write them out for you. So the gibberish and let go technique is very simple. The first thing you want to do is stretch and tense your body, your muscles in your face, and in your muscles all over. So the first thing to do is you got to stretch and tense muscles. Okay, so number 1, stretch and this doesn't look, my handwriting sucks. Okay, so stretch and tense your muscles. So what you want to do is you want to tense your muscles and clench, tense all over, and stretch your muscles. Even do like a yawning stretch with your lips. And what this is going to do, all this stretching and tensing your muscles, is the best way I can explain it is like is this. And so if you were to take your hand and like as it is in its normal state, it's quite relaxed, I guess. But if you tense it up just for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, once you let go of your hand, it is now more relaxed. It's now more limp. It's more wanting to be like, it's more relaxed. So that's what we want for your entire body. And so quite simply, just tense and relax your muscles for 30 seconds or whatever. Stretch your facial muscles. And I say your face muscles particularly because a lot of your energy and a lot of your physical tension is in your face, because that's where, closer to your brain. When you have emotions, it shows in your face, whether it's anger or sadness, or whatever you're feeling, your face gets a lot of that, expression of that energy, whether, it's anger or sadness or just whatever, stress. So, I mean, your face muscles have a lot of tension in them. So, you want to tense your face muscles a lot, and also you want to stretch out your lip muscles because your lips are a little more closer in the coordination of your mind and your thoughts. So they kind of go together. So if you can stretch your lips will relax more, which will also relax your thoughts a little more, because it kind of goes vice versa. You think your thoughts and you speak them out, but if you can stretch your lips and relax your lips, your thoughts will relax a little more. So it helps out a little bit. So step 1 in this process, and it's very simple. This whole thing only takes a couple minutes to do. So you stretch and do your tensing your muscles, and then you relax. So that takes 30 seconds to do, or whatever. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to speak gibberish. And so this is number 2. All right, speak gibberish. Now, what is gibberish? Gibberish means gibberish. There we go. So gibberish is just nonsense. And so you're speaking nonsense, which is, anything, don't say any real words, just make noise, like or whatever, or just, you can make up your own language or whatever. So the point of gibberish is that when you speak, you have to use your logical mind to form words, to articulate what you want to say. So you're using your mind logically to do something, but if you were to speak gibberish, technically you get rid of that logical process of articulating your words, and then what that lets you do is lets your subconscious mind, your thoughts, your emotions, it lets them come out freely. So instead of your mind getting in the way of how you feel and what you think, you speak some gibberish. And so the whole point in this technique right here, speaking gibberish, the whole secret to doing this is you have to be total about it. When I mean total, I mean you have to be full-hearted and you have to be completely wrapped up in it. So I mean, for me to like just sit here and go, you know, that's like okay, but when you are full-heartedly, you put your emotions into it. So whatever emotions, you know, like you might be have stored up, you know, in your heart or your emotion center or whatever, like even if it's happiness, you know, like not everything's gotta be bad, like anger and sadness, things like that, but you could have pent up and suppressed happiness or laughter or whatever. So after you do your stretching technique and you're tensing your muscles, you're gonna want to speak gibberish full-heartedly. So like what I do or did, I haven't done this technique in a while because you only have to do it like a couple of times, and once you do it a couple of times, you never have to really do it again. So that's the good point about this. You do it a couple of times and that's it. So, but what I do is like I'll be on my bed, and then I will, you know, if I'm full-heartedly, I might end up yelling or maybe screaming or, you know, or whatever comes up. You just, when you speak gibberish, or even if you feel insecure or like you're wondering if people can hear you outside or whatever. So whatever feelings that come up, you know, while you're doing the gibberish, just speak gibberish and let it out. So if it's just like, you know, and I like to speak gibberish into a pillow, because if I end up yelling or screaming, you know, you want to be full-hearted about this. And so in this whole process, if you're full-hearted about it, it takes 30 seconds to do, maybe 45 seconds. So you're not going to be, you know, if you have suppressed anger, you're not going to be yelling and screaming for 10 hours straight and having everyone think you're crazy. So like for like 30 seconds, if you just full-heartedly, you will come to the point where you just stop and you're completely silent, and like, and all your emotions go away and all your burdens go away. So I mean, because you clear it out. Gibberish, it really does just throw out your subconscious mind. So like, even if right now, you know, say like pretend, like let's say you're not an angry person or a sad person, or you're just a normal person who's just kind of indifferent in life or whatever. But like when you do the gibberish technique, like you might have things that come up from a long time ago. You might have suppressed laughter for all I know. And so like, you know, if you were a kid and you went to church and you started laughing in church and your mom and dad tell you, hey, stop laughing. And then you have to suppress that laughter. So like not all bad things are suppressed. Even good things are suppressed, or like your happiness. Someone, you know, say you have a coworker who doesn't like it when you're happy, you know, because they're miserable. So you try not to be happy, and so you suppress your happiness. So I mean, you know, it kind of goes either way. It's, you know, suppression can be on good things or bad things or whatever. So when you go to your gibberish and you actually let yourself be free, you know, like good things might come up too. So don't think it's going to be all traumatic stuff. So I mean, but sure, I mean, like everyone who's watching this video has suppressed emotions, whether it's anger or sadness or whatever, that you just never let yourself feel or express, so you can actually move on with yourself. So this technique alone will help get rid of like a lot of like tensions, diseases or mental diseases. Like your nervousness will go away, you know, like whatever it is, you express it through gibberish. And so like even if you're nervous, you know, or okay, so you're gonna go on a date with somebody and you're nervous about the date. If you were to speak gibberish and you like express that nervousness like in your gibberish before your date, not at it. So just like, but you would, you know, you can speak gibberish and like let that nervousness out, and then now you're relaxed and you kind of go about your day. But that's not what this is about. So, but I'm just saying like the gibberish will cleanse you of your burdens, which are gonna hold you back from entering that meditative state of mind. So, the gibberish, it's a long explanation, but this is like the most technical thing about this technique, so don't worry. So, we stretch our muscles, we tense them up, we stretch our lips, and then we do our gibberish technique. And so we speak gibberish and la 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 la. You get into it full-heartedly. I'm not gonna do it full-heartedly because I don't want to, you know, who knows? I might start screaming or whatever. So, however, after we do the gibberish and let go, gibberish technique, once you do it full-heartedly, like I said, you do this for 30 seconds. If you're full-hearted about it, you're going to eventually stop automatically. Like, you don't have to put a timer on or anything. Like, if you speak gibberish full-heartedly, within 30 seconds, 45 seconds, you'll get to the point to where, like, you just calm down. And, like, this, you might be, like, screaming or yelling for 30 seconds, like, gibberish, gibberish. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, once it's all out, you feel it. Like, you'll know it. So, I mean, I can't like explain it. You'll experience it. So you'll eventually just come to like, you just hit a wall to where it's just like you're completely quiet and calm. And like everything is okay. All right? And so then the next technique, and this is so simple, all you do after that is you lay down. So that's not hard.